Hey guys, we're Ink and Paper Media here with one of the members from Blood for Blood. Can I get you to introduce yourself?
Buddha from Blood for Blood. What's up? Hardcore. That's a tough question. What does it mean to me exactly? At this point, it's been my life. It's been my. Uh, Originally, it started for me as a way of, getting out anger, meeting people with the same mindset. Always not fitting in. I'm sure everybody deals with that. You don't fit in. You just can't seem to just. It's not because you're weird or something. You just don't seem to get along with everybody else. You don't fit the norm. 67% of the whatever is happening is the norm. So if you don't fit there, then you're not normal, I guess. But hardcore was something that just I found people that were like-minded and people that felt the way I did, and that was pretty much it. And now, I mean, it's my life, but I don't think about it like that anymore. It's just a part of me now. But I guess growing up, being new to it was definitely just fitting into a group that actually understood you. And that's what our music's basically about too.
All right, I'm gonna add to that myself. Like being that age and just having a place to fit in and everything. How did that feel?
To me, it was good because for years, high school and everything, I liked hardcore music, and I liked people. I liked the people that went to the shows and stuff. But as far as like high school itself, it was just completely. I hated it. I didn't like being there. And yeah, everyone feels like that. But what was the question again? I'm fucking losing my train of thought.
How did it feel to have a place to
It was good. It was finally like, yeah, all right, finally I'm home.
Yeah.
Finally here's some people that understand me, and I understand. Other people be like, these kids are fucked up. Like, no, they're like me. These guys are all right. Be honest with you, that's Rob's thing, and the reason he did that was because that's just how he was, and there was always little things you wanted to throw in there, and then it just became kind of like a thing, and you always want to throw in a little extra, and that just become my thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, it's not, I guess for us we like it. Other people sometimes like, why you guys talk so much? You're fucking up the song. I'm like, yeah, you get used to that friggin' voice in there when you just want to hear the song. But it's just it really is. It's just one of those things that just kind of stuck. I mean, there's been a lot of like the first time in Europe was great for us. First time out of Massachusetts. First time we played a show was great. Like first time out of Massachusetts was great. Everything really has its own thing. It's hard to pinpoint, a particular thing. It depends on what you're looking for, like what you're asking exactly. But there's been every time something's a first, it seemed to be like real important to us at the time. But it's just like I said, it's one of it's good to be back, and even just playing that first show after 7 years, it was to me, it made me feel good that hey, I'm getting to do it again, and look, there's still people here that like us, and we haven't basically faded away, and we're still here.
I'm pretty sure people still consider you guys legends in the hardcore area.
That's weird for me to like get used to hearing, but I appreciate it. I don't like get offended. I don't get. It's just weird, you know what I mean? Because I've always been a regular guy. I've never felt like anything other than me.
Yeah.
And to hear that, it's cool, but it's just like, yeah, really?
You're not used to it. Like,
nah, it's just weird. It's just I've always been like a modest type person. I am who I am. To be honest with you, again, being like I said, being from that modest mindset, I guess I've always it's really it's like flattering to me. You know what I mean? Because we never set out to do anything other than just play some shows for a couple of friends,
Yeah.
and maybe get a show at the favorite clubs that we like to go to, and then to see it go to where it is now, it's pretty amazing. So I'm pretty proud of the fact that there's a lot of bands that consider us influences, and the same way like I feel a lot of bands are influences to us. It's a really cool feeling, I guess, to just have that. I guess I guess it's something to be proud of, actually be like, I accomplished something, even though I really didn't set out to do that, but I'm happy that it's worked out like that. Uh, well, I love what the band the scene that I was in. Now it's not the same. I really don't really even see the scene it being what it was, or even compared to, because unfortunately the scene now doesn't have the luxury of having the good clubs that we had growing up. We had like the Rat or Bun Ratties or just anything around Boston. Nowadays we can't even play Boston because there's no places to play, and other places that we could play are afraid of people getting hurt and them getting sued, or there's just that stigma attached to us. So and as far as like the Boston scene, I don't really see them getting that, like I said, the luxury of having shows in Boston. Everything's really outside of Boston, which is kind of a bum out.
Yeah, it's kind of odd because you think Boston's kind of like a bigger area for music, so you wouldn't really expect that.
It's it's just everything that's happened over the years just culminating to a point where it's just been more, it's just been banned, I guess, more. There's really, it sucks. That's all I can say, because I know a lot of kids that they're young, they're all like in their 20s, and I've seen them grow up, and I tell them about like shows that we used to have, and they're like, oh man, I wish we had that. And I'm like, I do too, because I feel you guys are getting gypped.
Yeah.
You guys still have shows, but it's not the same. That's all I can say. I don't know. Hopefully not dead. Hopefully still doing this. I mean, you never know what could happen, but I don't know. I enjoy doing this, and hopefully we'll be doing it as long as we can, I guess. You know what I mean? As long as people listen, and we can still write music and not be, I guess, not sell ourselves out. Yeah. I think we'll be pretty. Hopefully we'll keep on going. People like it, and stay relevant for, I guess, as long as we can. Any of us? The only one I would say is just Rob at this point. Well, Ian and Craig are working on a side thing, but that's their thing. I really don't know much about it. I just know it's more metal. Yeah. Because, some of the stuff that they like, they just wouldn't be blood for blood, but, it's more something that they like. So yeah, I don't know the names, but I just know that it's Craig and, and Ian. Yeah. All right. I don't know how many, but we're working on a new album now. Nice. And we have, the good thing about Rob is he's got kids like mad genius when it comes to writing music. So he's always got stuff kicking around. So who knows, he tells me like I got enough to make like 2 albums right now, for Christ's sakes, but we'll work on it and see what happens. But yeah, we'll just continue doing music, There's a lot of ideas that we're kicking around. I'm not going to get into them because people misinterpret it, and then actually, they said they were coming out with this, and I don't want. But yeah, there's a bunch of ideas, and hopefully we'll crank out a couple more albums. Yeah. It's only we've taken a long hiatus, that's why we haven't done anything. So, but now that we're back, I guess the plan is to pump out another one. Absolutely. Quick rundown. Rob and I were friends in high school, went to hardcore shows, and just. Long story short, we just started, kind of messing around, just getting together, drinking beers. But he would play guitar. Had a bunch of other friends that would like to play music, and we kind of just one day decided, let's try to do something for the fun of it. And here we are years later. And how do we all meet? I mean, other than Rob and I, everything else was just, friend of a friend type of thing. And eventually we just, we ended up with the current lineup. But that's years of shows and friends and everything else, but I'm pretty happy with what we got going on right now. So
yeah, me too.
Thank you. Shit, I don't know, maybe a hernia. That's about it. Too many people piling on me. But nothing major that I can really say was too bad, other than people's stinky breath when we're all singing together. Other than that, I really have been lucky, so knock on wood. Don't put me out there.
Yeah, hopefully we didn't just jinx you tonight.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, it's weird. I don't have a problem with it growing. I just don't like it when it's that same formula, you know what I mean? I don't mind, it seems to like, certain bands influence new bands, and then everybody sounds like that band, and yeah. Which is fine, because I don't have a problem with like emulating your I guess the bands you like, your idols type of stuff. But eventually, I think you really want to just come into your own and come up with your own music. And I find a lot of bands out there all sound the same, and
Yeah, I've noticed that.
and it's just and that kind of like I don't know then like all of a sudden you just sound like everybody else and you just kind of lose it. So it all depends on the band, I guess, and try to just make your own thing.
Bring a bit of yourself into it.
Exactly. There's too many bands out there that just sound the same, and then they end up just kind of getting lost with the mix. And as far as like if there's a mass appeal, I don't care. Whatever. As long as you relate to the music, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
Nice to meet
It's
you.
awesome. Nice to meet you too.
All right.